Some people are talking about the idea of burning all the XRP that is currently in escrow. Right now, about 5,000 XRP are burned every day, which is about 1.825 million a year. But more and more people are worried that this rate is going to go up, and some have even said that up to 25,000 XRP are burned every day. This behavior is said to be linked to Ripple's escrow account, which is very interesting. One person who used to work for Ripple has said that the company could burn all the XRP that is in trust at once. This makes the situation more serious. There is more to this than just talking about how likely it is that this will happen. There are a lot of theories about what this buyback and the possible escrow burn could have to do with Ripple's deal. The buyback is happening at the same time as Ripple Labs' announcement that it will buy back almost $1 billion, 0 cents worth of XRP from the market. Ripple still needs XRP. This kind of trust burn has huge effects. If all of Ripple's escrow XRP were burned, each coin could become worth $10,000, 0 cents. Based on my research and the fact that Ripple Labs is making more and more partnerships, I think that a value of $10,000, 0 cents per XRP might be needed for the company to stay open and grow. Have a cash money side in the comments. Based on Ripple's partnerships with payment systems in other countries, many papers agree that XRP will reach $10,000, 0 cents. An enormous increase in the value of XRP is not only possible, but might even be necessary as Ripple's partnerships grow and rely on XRP. There have been a lot of new public and private reports about how XRP is spreading around the world. One study from BlackRock, for example, shows that they want to use XRP to send money between countries. The most important parts of this report were released to show how XRP is becoming a globalized cross-border payment service. What they said recently by XRP is now officially recognized as a safe and reliable payment method. This also means that Ripple, the company that created XRP, is now a registered virtual asset service provider. This is a big sign that XRP has a lot of potential in the financial world. In the meantime, the Global Central Bank of Japan has started to use XRP for their global banking systems. This is part of a bigger trend where over 30 central banks are working together to make a digital currency for central banks based on the XRP system. 19 of these central banks are said to have bought XRP worth a total of over $9 billion, 0 cents for 100 million. This number doesn't even include the fact that, keep in mind that the FedNow fast payment service could start to use XRP. Leaked information suggests that the FedNow instant payment platform is considering using XRP for the blockchain part of their payment system. This shows that more people are confident that XRP's technology can be used in modern financial applications. We can't stress enough how important it is for the U.S. Federal Reserve to fully control XRP and Ripple Lab. This move, which is meant to stop regular people from buying XRP, is a big change in the financial world. Instead of creating a standard digital currency for the central bank, there are plans for the Federal Reserve to use the Ripplet system, which is based on the XRP record and digital asset. Group for the Earth saves money and works well. 8 major central banks, including those from the BRICS countries, have already teamed up with Ripple Labs to use the XRP ledger and the RippleNet system. The Federal Reserve has said that XRP and XLM could play a big role in the blockchain part of their FedNow payment system. This shows that they are serious about working with blockchain technology. In one of their stories, they say that the partnership between FedNow and Metal Blockchain for fast conversions between fiat currency and stablecoins is a big step toward combining traditional banking with decentralized finance. For now, U.S. citizens can only make fast payments within the U.S. People in the country use third-party apps like Venmo and PayPal or cryptocurrency wallets. However, the FedNow system that is currently being built has plans to include cryptocurrencies in its structure. Over 120 companies have signed up to use this platform, including new companies like US Bank and Exchange Bank, as well as payment processors and solution providers. Ripple could also join the FedNow system. The world of digital banking is about to change in a big way. One of the fintech companies being considered for this project is Ripple, which is known for its open source, distributed ledger technology, and smart cross-border payment solutions. Another is Stellar Lumen's XLM, which is known for its blockchain-based payment network. Another company that could work with the Fed is one that makes foreign money transfers faster and cheaper. Now, these two things will happen at the same time and will be big steps forward for the XRP digital asset. How likely is it that XRP will hit $10,000, 0 cents soon? And how likely is it that a lot of XRP will be burned from Ripple Labs escrow? The planned burning of a lot of XRP from Ripple's lockup could be what drives the price of XRP to its expected $10,000, 0 cents level. This idea is even stronger now that Matt Hamilton, a former director of Ripple, said the company could burn all the XRP in its trust wallet. This is important news because Ripple is still in court with the SEC. This could be part of a settlement deal. It will have a lot of effects. If there is a huge drop in the supply of XRP, its price could go up to $10,000, 0 cents. A lot of people and businesses would want to buy XRP because they want to use digital assets like XRP for cross-border payments more and more. This would cause a big drop in the amount of XRP that is available, making each coin worth more. It's amazing how many things XRP will be able to handle. The International Swaps and Derivatives Association, ISDA, alone handles more than $1.20 quadrillion in transactions every year. This is because of how many and how much these transactions are worth. It must be worth 10,000, 0 cents. This piece does a great job of summing up the size, and it's clear that XRP wants to take part in deals worth more than $120, 0 cents quadrillion. But that's only half the story. This number doesn't even include other big players that XRP is likely to affect. It doesn't talk about the news that Swift might use XRP for payments. SBI wants to use XRP for more transfers in Southeast Asia, or the fact that big banks like BlackRock and JP Morgan have started buying over 7.5 million XRP. Blockchain partnerships like the one with a big payment company aim to improve digital asset transactions and make it easier to send money between countries, with quadrillions more coming in from central banks in countries that accept XRP and trillions more coming in from the private financial sector. It's clear that XRP needs to be